Anything specific you want to talk about?
I mean, yeah, dude, I got stuff coming up with my homie Evan. We got this project called Trinity.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of like a fusion of both of our styles. And he's like a super sick producer. He's from Pittsburgh. He's a Carnegie Mellon School of Music grad.
Wow.
For composing and conducting, and it's kind of like a different style, like a different take on dubstep. It's got a lot of like chorus, like driven stuff, like choral chants and like bells and shit like that. A lot of like weird mystical sounding stuff.
That actually sounds awesome.
Yeah,
that sounds pretty fucking dope. Not gonna lie.
It kind of reminds me of like Nikita the Wicked a little bit. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nah.
He's a pretty good bass artist that I wouldn't say he just came on the scene, but he just made it big. Like now he's got like world tours or national tours and stuff like that, and he's making it huge. Finally, good for him. Huge. Oh man, yeah, this has been quite the day. I'm sorry that we got here so late.
No, dude,
you were sitting in our driveway waiting.
You guys are good, dude.
It was good to have you here, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, shit, let's kick it off just right off the rip.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 305 of the Final Mix. Yes. 305 live, baby, with
Mr.
our
Worldwide.
guest, with our guest, Mr. Worldwide, Mrlin.
You're.
What's going on, man?
Not much, guys. Just here kicking it. Excited to be here with you guys on this nice Thursday evening.
Awesome, dude. I love that. I love that. You and I met, I think, if memory serves me correctly, TK Lounge.
We did.
We hosted All Whack, one of my good buddies from Gainesville.
Yes,
and you stayed until
Chris.
The end, dude.
Yes.
You know Chris? You love Chris?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I actually just got some merch from him.
Really?
Nice.
After like a big ass snowstorm, he was like, "I just sent it out, bro." I'm like, "Dude, you're totally good. Thank you so much."
That's so cool, dude. Chris is such good people. All Whack is such a good artist, and that's beautiful that he kind of brought us together.
Yeah, dude. Shout out Boston Soundboy All Whack.
Boston Soundboy?
Yeah.
What? That's awesome. I'm not calling him anything other than that. The big Boston Soundboy.
Yeah.
He was one of the nicest guys we've met. He's super humble.
Dude, him and I go all the way back to like 2018, 2017, really, I think.
Nice.
He was like the first person I met when I went to UF, and yeah.
Yeah, dude. I just met him that night.
Really?
I saw a set. I was instant fan, dude.
That's so cool.
That's so sick.
Yeah, we didn't have a shitload of people there for that show, but we had a few core ones, and you were definitely one of them.
Yeah. You guys let me hop on the decks at the end. Dude. Yeah, we ended up playing drum and bass together at the end. It was super sick.
Such a good night. I think you remember it a little bit better than I do, but that's because I was wrapped up and running an event, and I just remember us at the end taking that picture and just having like a real heart-to-heart, and it was cool because like I think you were the first person that we ever had at a show that like really fucked with us afterwards and stayed till the end, and like, you know, and we made a connection from that.
I think that shit's important, dude. Like I think that there really isn't too many kids out here that are in the scene that want to actually stay and support. Like I've been fortunate enough to have been in rave culture since I was like a teenager. Like literally like 16, 17 years old is like the first time that I even started like getting to DJ and stuff. Shout out to my homie Gomez that showed me in my neighborhood how to even work CDJs. He had 3 CDJ 2000 Nexuses in his garage, and I just like I fell in love with spinning drum and bass, even though I was terrible at it at first. Just doing that and stuff. And I feel like one thing that was really pushed hard in the culture back when I was like a kid was like, you have to go out, you have to support, you have to be out in the, if you want to be in the scene, you want to be a part, you want to have opportunities, you have to go out and stay to the end and talk to the people and do the networking. So I feel like in that, it's not even just become like a thing that's good for business for me. Like I'm making like really good friends through those opportunities. And that's probably like the most important thing to me in this industry is I have all these people around the country that I've gotten to meet at festivals or shows that I've just gotten to become friends with. And we just get to sit there, have little online engagements, see each other when we see each other. And that's been so beautiful for me, like to be a part of this scene and experience that.
That's a great take. Fucking fantastic.
Yeah. You have to put in that work. And if you want to be in the scene, you have to be in the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go early and you got to stay late.
Yeah.
100, and then
Pay your dues.
Yeah, pay your dues,
Yeah.
and then hopefully you get invited to the afters, and then you go to the afters, and then you're like, oh yeah, this is
where it's at.
this is where it's at.
Everyone's too tired to function. I finally get to hop on the decks and impress all these people.
Yeah.
It's everybody standing around a marble countertop until sunrise. You see, it's like last man standing, like those events where they put their hand on the car and the last person with their hand still on the car.
That is the afters.
That's it, and then that's how you earn a spot playing the next gig. That's
a
how
big
you,
Mr.
Last
Beast
person with
challenge,
their hand on the marble countertop at sunrise gets a set.
It's
so true.
That is it. So I guess that leads to my first question. Where was your first set in the scene? I know that you've done a lot of stuff at Emperor's and you have your spots around here, but like where was your first like big gig that you landed, I guess?
I'd say like the first set that like actually meant something like crazy to me, that where I felt like I'm like, okay, like I'm getting like a booking that's like respectable. I got to open up for Cursa.
Oh, wow.
At a place in Pittsburgh called, it's Side Quest now. It was Cativo back then. For all the OGs in Pittsburgh that know about Cativo.
Okay.
But Side Quest it's a beautiful venue. It's like very underground. A lot of like the guys that come through, like we have like people like Dirt Monkey there, Shizlo, Brain Rack, Cursa, obviously. Like guys that are like in that range where it's like you're not quite packing out like the arenas and stuff like that, or like the local, like the big stages around, but it's like a big underground venue.
Oh, wow.
And I got to open up for Cursa in Pittsburgh, and I was just so stoked, dude. And I got to meet him backstage, and him and his girlfriend were beautiful people. And that was big for me because like I'm into like really like dark, deep, weird shit like that. For a while I was on a tear making like heavy stuff, but like I feel like even now, like as I'm getting older, I'm starting to want to make like dark, weird shit like the Whittler.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we've been listening to a lot of Dr. Derg lately.
Okay.
If you
I'm not
guys
as
know Dr.
familiar.
Yeah, shout out Dr. Derg, rest in peace.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Just like weird, dark shit is like kind of like what I'm moving into now. And that the solo stuff aside from that, me and my homie, I was just talking to him about this before we started this. Me and my homie Evan from Pittsburgh have a project that we're doing now. It's called Trinity.
Oh, cool.
And that's kind of like a fusion of both of our styles, and we both wanted to kind of, I guess, do something that was different, like kind of like our own unique take on bass music from all the different like influences. Like I think that if you listen to like a lot of the stuff that we have on our first project, you'll hear like a lot of like early like 2010 like UK rhythm.
Okay.
Cool.
Wow. What's that project called, by the way?
Trinity.
Oh, it's called Trinity.
Yeah, it's called Trinity.
Okay.
And the first EPA that we're doing, I think we're set on the title Dark Magician EP.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all the songs are named after different Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
dude, that's
yeah.
so cool.
We have Pot of Greed, Swords of Revealing Light, Dark Magician, and Time Wizard.
That's so
Time
cool.
Wizard was the first song on the whole EP. Me and him came together and started writing it, and we were in this like $2 million Airbnb. Visiting down here, I went and played it for Kronos at the Neon Lunchbox. And then we went to Emperor's after, and I played like a 4-hour set at Emperor's.
Whoa.
Wow.
And in that night, like me and Evan went back to the Airbnb, and we were just feeling it. Like I'm for the most part now just smoking weed. And I'll drink here and there.
Yeah.
But back then I was like sending it.
Full send.
So we were tuned up, and we just started kind of. I had this Madonna sample from "Hung Up" by Madonna.
Yeah.
And she's like in the beginning, she's like, "Time goes by so slowly," and there's this like beautiful like ticking clock behind it, and I was just like, we should sample that.
Yeah.
And it just started
That's
with
a
that
good idea.
Yeah, with that one song, because Evan's actually a Carnegie Mellon School of Music grad.
Wow.
He has a degree in conducting and composing. So like we kind of came together. He like writes these like weird like future based soundscapey songs, and then I kind of brought in like these like old dub influences, and we've been like making music that's kind of like it's meant to sound like a composition more than a mix, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like a symphony of
yes.
dubstep rather than like a mix.
I think that's marvelous. That is great.
And we're really proud of that. We're this is the year that we're trying to unveil it. We have all the logos and stuff designed. We have merch designs ready. Wow. I think the debut of the project is going to be at this music festival in Maryland called Neon Wave.
Cool.
It's like a first year festival. So we're super excited to be a part of that too. But yeah.
Wow. Big stuff.
Yeah,
big stuff going on.
Big stuff.
That's cool. So you said you were from Pittsburgh before, or that's like where you just enjoyed playing? Or?
Pittsburgh's kind of like where I really got my teeth cut in the scene. I was a military kid growing up. So I have a lot of family up north, and then I do tattoos for a living outside of like.
I couldn't tell, man.
I was just about to say, really?
Yeah.
Could not see that.
Yeah, I do tattoos for a living, and Pittsburgh's kind of where I got my big break in the industry for tattooing. Cool. I got a job on Carson Street in the South Side, which is like kind of like the biggest place to be if you want a tattoo. Yeah, dude, I was getting it out there. And when I started tattooing, it afforded me an opportunity to pursue my passions outside of that.
Yeah.
And I did notice that when I was like just doing art all the time and stuff, that at a certain point, it became like spiritually exhausting to just be doing it all the time like that. And I needed something outside of that was creative, that like kind of like refurbished my soul a little bit. So I stopped just like doing the whole I'm just DJing thing.
Right.
And I was like, I'm gonna learn production. And when I wanted to start producing, I like met like tons of people, like even like my homie Brian that's here with me tonight. I met him up in Pittsburgh through production. He's like one of like the first people that even kind of showed me like how to like actually like do song structure and like making sure everything's in key and stuff like that. And I just took off from there. I'm like the kind of person that's like very obsessive when I learn things. I just always have been. I got to a point where it was just like any sound that I heard, I was like going on YouTube and stuff, where I was asking a homie like, how do I make this in Serum?
Yeah.
Like, and it got to a point now where it's like, now I'm like, I'm feeling my music and everything come together as a whole, where it actually represents me as a person, and I feel like proud to show people it. And that just feels beautiful in itself, dude. Like that's all I kind of really wanted when I started this. So like just to get to play like the shows and get to meet all the people, get to see people like fucking with my shit, or get to have people come up to me and be like, yo, dude, that was a killer set. Or like, yo, dude, I fuck with your tracks, like da-da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third. Like that is just so beautiful to me. And every chance that I get to continue to do that, it's a blessing, guys. Like for real. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I love this shit.
Now, is there a difference with you making? How long you been doing tattooing for?
I've been tattooing since I was 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, there are two different forms of art, right? One, you're tattooing,
absolutely.
and then there's music. Is there that feeling that you just said with music, right? Like, hey, I fuck with your track. That was a great set. Do you get that from tattooing? Is there like some art that you make?
Absolutely. I think like something that's like. So when you do like the tattoos that like are just like little like basic simple things and stuff, and people are like, oh my God, I love it so much. Or like you see it with their friend, like they get a tattoo with their friend, and you can see that like that's a special moment for them. That means a lot. But I think like the really cool ones is like, so I was like a misfit growing up. In high school, I didn't really like kind of fit in with like anybody, like really. Like I was like some of the cool kids liked me and stuff because like I wrestled and stuff, and I played sports, but like, you know, I wasn't like cool enough to like kick it and go to the parties and shit. I wasn't even allowed to go to the parties for real.
I was about to say, I was about to say, like being military kid, you're bouncing around all the time.
Yeah. No, my parents were super strict, so it was just like I fell into hobbies. And like I think that through that, like it came to a point where like I started to see when I was doing tattooing, and I saw people that were like kind of like that outcast vibe too. When I noticed that I did a sick tattoo for them, or they were becoming more confident coming back, like being a regular client, getting more and more tattoos, they were getting more confident in their skin. I felt like that was like me doing almost like the Lord's work. Like, you know what I mean?
Cool.
Like, I was like, yo, dude, like, I'm actually like, I'm helping someone that like, and I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to be uncomfortable in your skin. I know what it feels like to feel like you don't fit in.
Yeah.
And just to like, feel like I'm empowering someone through being able to put
That's
art
so
on their
cool.
body that makes them feel more like souped up in their shit.
Yeah, they
That's
feel
dope.
and
yeah.
it lasts forever, bro. That's another thing. Like,
Yeah.
That art is with you forever.
Yeah.
which quick question? Tomorrow's a big day for tattooing. Tomorrow's Friday the 13th.
I
Yes,
didn't
it
even fucking
is.
realize.
Yes, Victoria's going tomorrow and getting tattooed.
Wow.
As an
Not Leah is
artist,
gonna be doing that
as a
shit.
tattoo artist, what are tattoo artists' honest thoughts about Friday the 13th? Is it annoying?
Oh, we
Is it
love
fun?
them.
It's cool.
We love them. Yeah, that's a payday.
That is
yeah,
fair.
No,
That's
for
fair.
real.
And it's quick.
Yeah, it's quick. So like, me personally, I grew up like street shop. That's like how like I got like into tattooing as an apprentice. I wasn't in a shop that was like appointment only. Really, there was walk-ins every day. Like you have like 6 different colleges in that area in Pittsburgh. So like every other couple of days, like when I first got down there, it was like, dude, you'd have like people in and out the door
That's
all day.
crazy,
I'd be working from like noon to like 3 a.m. Yeah,
Wow,
and
damn, bro.
yeah, and it was exhausting, dude. It took a lot like from me, like in my soul, dude. Like there was getting to points like where I was working so hard at first, like dude, like I'd forget to call my kids and stuff, and like, it'd be like the middle of the night, and I'd be just realizing what time it is, and I'd be like trying to hit my kid's mom and be like, "Yo, what's up? I'm sorry." Da 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 da.
Yeah.
But like it was just at the time, it was all about trying to establish myself to a point where I knew that they'd be taken care of. And like I just couldn't at a certain point, man, like I really couldn't conform to the whole me going out and working like a regular 9 to 5 and living a regular life. And I knew that it took a lot of like hard work and persistence to be able to live a life outside of that and be cool.
Yeah.
And I just like, for a while, I kind of got swallowed up into that. And that's like kind of what led me into kind of sending it a little bit too hard. But like, even through that, dude, like it was such a beautiful experience for me because I look back on my addiction time, like when I was like just doing a bunch of drugs and stuff. And like, that molded me into a person now that like, dude, I could handle anything that you throw at me.
Yeah.
And like, my spirit isn't going to get shook by it because I've literally like I've dealt with myself and brought myself up of like the darkest parts of what I could go through. And now at this point, like standing in sobriety now to where like I'm Cali sober, you know, I'll smoke some weed, dude. The right, like me, I got tuned up at Buku for the Emperor because I opened for Buku and I love Rob. I've had the chance of hanging out with him several times, meeting him in the Pittsburgh scene. So that chance to get to open for him was kind of like a really like full circle moment for me. And we were in the party bus just getting tore the fuck up.
Yeah.
And like he
living like rock stars, baby.
Yeah, dude, he only drinks like every now and then now. He's like on this big like only lets himself have these like wet months here and there, and then he's dry and sober. And I was like, I really respect that because it brings you back to the music, which is what I love about this scene the most. Is like out of all the scenes that I've been involved in, I've helped homies up in Pittsburgh with their rap stuff, with R&B and hip hop stuff, like trap shit, and all the scenes that I've been involved in. This is the one where it's like, the music is probably the most important part of it. It's not about the rock star lifestyle. It's not about the party. Like,
that's very true.
It's about putting a really respectable piece of art that pushes the culture forward out. And I think that like that kind of keeps a lot of dudes in check. Like, and it keeps the surface level like of where the bar's at a certain point to where it's like, if you really want to make a name, you really got to go out there and make something substantial to the culture. And I love that about this industry. It's not just like, you know, who can make the catchiest shit really at the end of the day.
Like you said, you have to be in the scene. You have to dig deep, and you have to make friends, and you have to make connections. And it's the scene and who comes out on top. I mean, you know, with pop music or with even, you know, house music is kind of pop music in the dance music scene. Like, yeah, you can step in some shit, you can get popular, but you, in most scenes, and especially the bass scene, you need to cut your teeth, you need to be part of the community, you need to and be that guy with that fucking product too. And those mixes.
For real.
And,
For real.
There's a reason why you're getting those opening sets,
I got a question for you guys.
What's that?
What do you guys think about all these John Summit Lights Go Out remixes?
Oh, you're asking us. We were gonna ask you something like that, but
You're more knowledge on that.
Am I?
than I am. I would say.
I think that, again, house music is pop music. John Summit, unfortunately for him, I guess, has become pop music. I don't think at this point, I don't even think he really identifies with it, but he's like created this thing and this subculture and obviously his fan base, and he can't let the fans down. So he gives them what they want, and I fuck with that. And Lights Go Out is a great track. I think it is ridiculous how many people have created remixes for it, but to their point, or to their credit, John Summit literally posted something that was like, make remixes to my track, download the stems for free. Yeah. These are high quality waves, like make your shit, put it out, and I'll pick the best ones to like co-sign. And
you're gonna get a response.
To him, you're gonna get a response. That's really cool on his part, because he literally did streams where he like went through all these different tracks that were like most played or like most underground, stuff like that. And there's bass remixes, there's techno remixes, there's hardstyle remixes, there's everything. So like,
I kind of was hearing all the good shit getting made like already so fast by the time that I got to the stems. Mm-hmm. So like I was like, fuck it, dude. Like I'm just gonna go down tempo with it.
Okay.
And I made mine down tempo, and then like when I released it and I started hearing everybody else's, I was like, fuck, dude, like, it's already out, dude. Yeah. It's already out. But like at this point, I was just like, man, dude, like I wish I would have got to it when it was still like fresh and nobody touched all the good avenues of it. And then I just heard Electro Dragon do like, I don't even know if you would call it a remix. Like he sampled it for sure, because I sent him the fucking stem. Shout out Nissy.
Electro Dragon's that guy. We need to have him on the podcast.
No, absolutely, dude. He's seriously next up in Tear Out, and everything that he's doing right now is just, it's so beautiful. But he did the Lights Go Out. Like it was like he sampled that, and then he had the rock with the shut up bitch, like right before. And then cuts it into some nasty Tear Out, and I was just like, fuck, dude, even he got the good one.
Hey, but that's, hopping on a popular remix as quickly, I don't know, the quickness,
especially when the stems are out.
Well, when the stems are out, I guess it's a little different, but like some of these people are fucking tryhards, and not to even rage bait like that, but like to fucking have the remix out within 72 hours of the original one in some of these cases. And like, they did a good job. I'm not taking that away from them. Maybe they already had a track half built and they just threw the fucking thing on top of it and whatever. But like, I don't know. That was the shit that I didn't like in the hip hop industry, was like the super producer have to create a beat a day, like pump out content and like quantity over quality. Like, I don't like that shit. So when people really, but then at the same time, Avello released a remix like within a week, and his was fucking awesome too. I don't know
that he's gonna release a remix. If a song comes out and it even somewhat has like a pop, Avello's on that shit. Like, yeah, he's on that shit.
He does a good job with it too, man.
Yeah.
So I can't really hate when you put out quality, but for the people that are just like, they're trying to ride a wave, they're trying to get in early, I get it, but just take some time with it. Sit on it for a second,
Yeah, no, I do. I listened to that fucking My Lights Go Out remix so much in just like a 3-day span before I released it that like it's like one of those songs now. It's just like I don't even want to hear it for a while.
I am tired of hearing where the lights go out.
I just started a really interesting one that's kind of like got like a really weird, different, like almost breaksy feel to it.
Oh, cool.
Like breaks into dubstep.
Hey, that's a vibe.
Yeah, it's got some horror stabs that I took from the Twilight Zone.
Nice.
And then we got this dude from the 1960s talking about the Illuminati and its structure.
Oh my God. I gotta
just picking these good samples.
Just to really like set it off. I think the working title on that's The Illuminated. And that's what I'm going to be kind of sinking my teeth back into once. Once we're done here.
Bro,
cool.
That's sick. That's super sick. That
out of the
awesome.
box.
I gotta hear that shit. I gotta hear that shit.
Yeah, no, I'll send it. I'll bounce it over to you guys once I get like a good respectable whip brought up.
Cool. I'll have to get a couple tracks from you for my set this weekend at Mad Chiller.
Yeah, dude, I want to pop out to that.
Please do.
Yeah,
love to have you there.
Me and him are trying to pop
Dude,
out
love
to
to have
that.
you there. Yeah, I'm
Fucking,
playing at 2 a.m., but there's plenty of other great artists that are playing from like 10 to 5, I think is the timeline. So
hell yeah. I think me and Hypnotics are doing a surprise back-to-back on the Skyway Bridge tomorrow night.
Ooh.
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
That's
Are you guys just setting up your own stuff, or is something got something out there?
So Lost Kids Events, shout out Lost Kids.
There we go.
Yeah, they're doing a little pop-up out there for just to have tunes on the Skyway.
That's cool.
Like why not? It's Valentine's Day weekend, and I think that we've got it locked down to where me and Kronos are gonna come in and take I think the 10:30 spot or something like that, and just
Great
not Kronos, sorry, but I do love you, Kronos. Hypnotics, me and Hypnotics are gonna come in and do back to back, and we've already kind of got to do a little unofficial one at what's that spot by Raymond James?
Ooh.
It used to have all those glitchy TVs and shit like that.
The tunnel?
Yeah. Yeah, so we...
Or I don't know what they call it now, but that's what they called it at one point.
Yeah, we played there, dude, forever ago. And we kind of got to go back to back a little bit at the end together, and it was fun. So we're trying to run that back.
Cool.
And I think that tomorrow night is going to be... don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure we got that locked in. So if you see that happening, I'll be there.
Nice.
Probably in the same fucking outfit.
That's cool though. So what other than I guess this weekend, because by the time this thing releases, it'll be 2 weeks from now. What do you have coming up in I guess the end of February, March? I know you're talking about your releases, but
so I'm not really sure. Other than me and Evan are trying to have stuff out by April.
Okay.
And then also in April, I think we have, and if we can get the location that I want to get locked down. It's going to be fucking sick as fuck. But we're trying to do a little pop-up out in St. Pete in downtown. And just have a local showcase of pretty much strictly producers, local producers. Cool. And just everybody come out and play their tunes. And that should be fun. Mm-hmm. We're trying to get that set up. In March, I have the 14th Emperor's Warehouse again.
There we go.
Yeah, we're back. We're back at Emperor's, baby. And we're throwing down heavy ass fucking dubstep with the Sunny Side Up squad. I think Onyx is going on she's the official headliner. I'm on at midnight to 1.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a really good time.
That sounds like a fire time. Question. Do you ever get the strippers come from next door and just fucking start headbanging in the warehouse?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I haven't been to Emperor's in probably 8 months, 9 months. I actually have 2 free tickets sitting on my desk right now.
Yeah, I noticed that when I came in. I was like, no way.
Yeah, I don't know if they're still valid. Hopefully, I mean, I definitely want to go back. But
oh, dude, Emperor's.
It was so interesting because they have the strip club and then they have a warehouse attached to it, kind of.
So fucking underrated as a venue, dude. And honestly, dude, Chris, the guy that kind of runs all that stuff out at Emperor, shout out Chris. He's actually one of the coolest dudes and a really good mind for that. All the shows that we've kind of coordinated Emperors, it's I think the only thing that has really been an issue is almost parking at a certain point because people want to pack in that bitch.
It does get tight.
But
no pun intended.
The warehouse is the warehouse acoustically beautiful, and their system even in the club with the strippers and stuff it's fucking it bangs in there.
Dude, it's a great
it
venue.
Really fucking bangs in there.
It really is. I was very impressed. I've been there twice. I was very impressed, especially the second time because Papercut was playing. Peter, shout out Peter, and he was killing it. Everybody on the lineup was killing it. The venue was great. The acoustics were great. I mean, it's definitely warehouse vibes. It's dark. You almost feel like you're kind of in a techno vibe, but then it's just fucking dubstep, the best dubstep you've ever heard. And depending on who's playing, but every time I've gone there, it's been great lineups, great music.
Yeah, we're trying to make that the spot for real, dude. I think that you've seen a lot of venues kind of going down recently, and I think there's a lot of potential in Emperors for stuff to be done there, and they're willing, dude. They're willing. They're very open there to having our culture and our scene out there and stuff, and being able to expose our shit and stuff. So like, I think that if you're a promoter and you're sleeping on that venue right now, don't.
Might have to check it out and figure out what we can do there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I've always wanted to get some weird shit going at a strip club. I'm always like, it's like a dirty pleasure, or like a, you know, like I've always wanted to make some cool, weird vibes happen at a strip club, warehouse, whatever it is, you know, and like, I think that's the spot for it.
Dude, I've spent probably, I don't know how many years of like my mid-20s DJing different strip clubs, from like the Spearmint Rhino to Rick's Cabaret to like fucking obviously Emperor's. I was the resident DJ for a while. And I'm not gonna lie, like it is kind of like, and I think like a lot of dudes like look at it in a greasy way, but like it is kind of beautiful when you get a girl that actually like knows how to dance like on like pole and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Synced up with the music that you're playing, like you feel like you're putting on a different kind of performance. It's almost like when you're like DJing for like flow, like artists like that spin fire and shit.
Yeah.
But it's like different, and it's just like it is like. It's unique to be able to do that in that environment. And if you can create that like relationship where like I had like girls that like I knew exactly what they wanted to dance to.
Oh, cool.
So like I could create these like sets that I could like flow through when they were on stage, that it was just like, you would tell that it was tuning up their energy.
That's cool.
And they were getting hyped up, and then you get good tips. But like, you know, it's special to be able to do that. And because you feel like you're working with another artist, like collaborating in a different way.
Yeah.
And that's sick.
It can be an art. You know, unfortunately, most of this, I think all the strip clubs I've been to, it's kind of just been like a very transactional thing. You know, like there's no art really behind it. Everyone's kind of sad. There's hollow behind the eyes, you know, but that sounds like a great time.
Yeah,
that sounds
that's why,
cool for everybody involved, you know?
That's why I like Emperors, because on Saturday nights and EDM nights, and some of the girls hate it, but like they'll tell you also at the same time it's like the night they make the most money, because it feels different in that bitch when you're playing like club music and stuff, like that's actual true. like house music. I think we had Dipsy and Walker come out there one time, and that was like the best set that I've ever seen in a strip club. Like it was just such the right vibe. They were playing like fucking like juked up remixes of like fucking like 2000s hip hop stuff. Just like, it was
just
super,
throwing ass.
Yeah, and it was like such a good vibe, and I was like, yeah, dude, this is like what a strip club should be. Like,
I
agree.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, but all the girls there, they're just like, can you play Drake? And it's like the same song all night.
Yeah, that gives me 2001 vibes. You ever been to that place, Odyssey?
Oh, 2001 Odyssey. With the spaceship.
Yeah, with the spaceship.
I've never been.
You've never been?
No, I have not.
It's an experience. You gotta go once. You've been there?
I just like, I don't.
Brian off camera.
I don't really go to strip clubs unless I'm DJing them. So like, unless they were like, come play, dude. Like, I don't know if I'd ever just like pop in that bitch. But like, the curiosity of the spaceship has made me want to just go in and be like,
what's the deal?
Like, yeah, what's the?
I wonder if they would do
what's going on?
dubstep or house music at 2001.
I don't know. It's so small, like in the front.
At the very least, like rent out that little fucking spaceship and just throw down a cent,
that
like just for content. Dude, would be so sick. Dude. Yeah, like some club studio vibes, but it's 2001 Odyssey.
How much would you have to pay? I wonder what because I know they charge more for the spaceship to go in there and get a dance. 200 or 300 much.
How do you know? you ripped that so quick, like
it's like two plus tax.
Yeah. Oh shit.
He was like, "Want to go back to the spaceship?"
He was like, "Ask for cinnamon."
Yeah. How do you know her? That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, shit, dude. I mean, we're kind of getting to that half-hour mark, but is there anywhere that anybody else you want to shout out? Anything else you want to tell us?
Yeah, dude. Shout out my fucking kids, Lennox and Anais. I love you guys to death. I can't wait to see you. Shout out to my kid's mom for holding it down all the time, Carly. I also love you too, dude. That's my homie for real.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Shout out to my mom. All the love for the moms tonight.
Yeah,
for keeping me in line all these years. And And just shout out to anybody that's ever believed in me or like fucked with me for real. Like shout out to you guys for real for believing in me and having me on tonight, having me talk about my stuff. If you've ever caught a show or like you ever just caught a vibe with me and you fuck with me, like shout out to you for being sick as fuck and loving your boy. Yeah.
What a fantastic shout out.
Those are good.
I don't think we've had a better shout out.
That was great.
Yeah. Mr. 305.
Mr. 305 worldwide. You heard it here first, baby. Oh my God. Noah, Mrlin, thank you for being on the final mix. This is
thank you guys.
We love having artists like yourself, you know, and cultivating those relationships and those friendships.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's a special something to be in the scene and be able to just sit down with people and have that level one-to-one conversation or one-to-two conversation.
Thank you guys for what you're doing here, dude. Like your guys' chemistry is like what really made me want to come on so bad. I was watching your other ones and I was like, that's like some dudes I could go have a conversation with.
Oh, we
for
appreciate
real.
it.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
That's what we just want people to come and have a conversation.
Yeah.
Enjoy the time. You know, bring your friends, have them sit in the back, you know.
Yeah.
In the cuck chair.
In the cuck chair.
off camera so nobody knows about all their strip club deeds.
Oh, yeah. Well, like he said, thank you guys for watching. This has been episode 305 of The Final Mix with REM Music and our special guest, Mrlin. We're signing off, y'all. Peace. And then are you going to do a set?
Oh, yeah.
A little set? All right. There we go.
Y'all better duck off, cause it's 2000 and fuck off. Y'all better duck off, cause it's 2000 and fuck off.